All right, hello everyone. Timer. Okay, 1 minute. I talk a lot, so I'm going to try and say a lot of things. But I'm a bit disappointed because I wish I could have had more time to think about what Alba said. So I'm going to take deeper breaths. And I'm going to think a little bit harder about what... Actually, I won't think any harder because I already know what I'm going to say. Stories, not brands, not designers. You see, the thing is, it used to be, when I was a kid, that we all cared about being a designer. We wanted to be Jean-Paul Gaultier, and we desperately wanted that thing by Jean-Paul Gaultier, that jacket. And if we didn't get it, we were not going to be anything ever. And then, after a while, it changed because you wanted something by Gaultier. It didn't have to be that thing. It had to be by the world of Gaultier. It had to be from Ralph Lauren. It could be homeware or a plate or we did Valentino the other day, and he did toilet seat covers. It could have been that. But that changed, you see, and I'm saying these things because Parsons has changed. I'm lucky enough to be the dean of the School of Fashion at Parsons, and it's changed. It used to be that you used to get a degree and you go out and everyone knew what that was. It was a degree. It was very good, very impressive. Everyone knew what it was, and they knew what you could do. It's like the old-style education, which is fabulous. But we've moved on quite a lot from then. See, it's all about the story now. So going back to Gaultier and Ralph Lauren, it's not enough to just buy stuff from the store with their name on it. You have to know about them, about their world, about the person, about the designer. Now my minute's gone. Bloody iPhones. I reckon that's about 30 seconds. But it's not enough. Now you need the social media, and you need to know all the things about them. You need to know who they are as a person, where they live, and all that sort of thing. And that's not even enough, because they want to know about you, so they can learn about what you are as a consumer. And I think the same applies to a Parsons degree and a Parsons graduate, because when you leave, you don't just say, I can design. You say, I can think. I can ask questions. I know how to learn. It's not about what you have learned. It's about how you've learned how to learn. And I think that's really important. That's a big difference. And that's not about learning the fact about the designer or the brand. That's about understanding what the story is and being able to tell your story. So I always give all my students a hint, a tip, which is do your homework. Don't show up unless you know what you're going to say. And I made a big point about not knowing what I was going to say today. I had no idea when I walked from there to here what I was going to say, which I'm quite pleased with, because you never know what's going to come out. It's what makes it exciting. So I don't know about you, but I just enjoyed the last minute. Thank you.